Well, boys, I decided to do a little video. Has nothing to do with that truck I just showed you. Has everything to do with that 7.3 Ford. I'm walking to it. The video has everything to do with this bickering going on between, oh, 7.3 is better, Ford's better than Dodge, and 5.9 is worse than 7.3, and back and forth. I know this video you guys are going to consider it biased since I own quite a few Ram product, Dodge products, and one Ford. But run two Fords. That one's sort of out of service too, but that's a different story for another time. Let's focus on the 7.3 and the 5.9, what the fuss is all about. So, that guy, Gramps, okay? It's 5.9, 12 valve. You guys got to keep in mind that I've owned a 99 5.9 Dodge Ram 2500 with a camper special leaf springs and all that good stuff. It was a 6-speed, just like this one. It's a 3500, and it has freaking, I think they call it a utility bed leaf spring package. So these trucks, I mean, that's a solid pack, guys. Anyways, point what I'm trying to say, these trucks, my 99 that I'm comparing to, and this truck, they're very well matched. 6 speeds, 99s, biggest caps the Dodge and Ford has to offer, 8-foot beds, 4x4. Okay, those are the two trucks I'm comparing. So what the fuss is about is when guys are favoring one side of the story more than the other, and they're saying that's the product that's better. For example, you take fuel efficiency, okay? You bring up the 5.9, the 7.3. Guys, that Ford I just showed you, I just came from a trip on it. Hung out with my in-laws camping, okay? I had my family in the truck, and that's it. For 316 miles, that darn Ford yielded me 14.3. 14.3, guys. Yeah, I wasn't doing 60 miles an hour. Well, heck with it. I was doing what I wanted to do. And that was 75 to 77 miles an hour. You'd be like, Paul, it's your problem. No, it's not my problem. It's the Ford's problem. My wallet's problem, really. My wallet had to pay for everything, but that's not the point. That Ford yielded me 14.3, guys. That is just pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic. Okay, guys, I'm yapping and talking to you guys, and at the same time inspecting my trailers, making sure the tires are half decent. Some of these guys just drive until some grenades, and then, whatever. It's a story for another time. So you take fuel efficiency, and these darn Fords get left in the dust, or your wallets get left in the dust because they're being abused so hard. You're gonna say, well, no, Paul, don't look at fuel efficiency. You gotta look at this. You look at that. No, let's beat one topic to death before we move on to another. Just like I said 2 minutes ago, it's like, what guys favor, that's what they emphasize on, and that's what they point out, and they move on from their thing, and they're the king of the hill. No, let's freaking beat gas mileage. 5.9 destroys the 7.3 in gas mileage, okay? I know 75 to 77 isn't your optimal gas mileage. Well, guess what? I don't care. There's certain expectations that are met, and guess who put them there? Cummins. You know, when I could do 75 miles an hour, like clockwork, at 20 miles to the gallon on a 5.9 Cummins, why can't the Ford come close? Well, the Ford has more power. Bull crap. That's crap, but I'll stick to gas mileage for now. That 5.9 gives me so much more gas mileage than the 7.3. And so, an average Joe that works hard for his money. Oh, wow, I just noticed I have my shadow here. You know, me and Mo, and I'm explaining, so I'm always yapping and swinging my hands, but no one swung back so far, so that's good. I haven't met the... That's a joke, 100%. I don't swing at anybody. I'm very emotional when I express myself. Anyways, that 5.9 Cummins is so much better in gas mileage. You know, on a trip like I just did with the Ford, I'm used to 20. I expected 20, and I needed to see 20. Well, guess what I saw? 14.3. So, you know, that's huge percentage lost. But then, hold on a second. I gotta put you guys on pause. Got some company coming my way. All right, we just pretty much wrapped up gas mileage. We'll go into, what are we gonna go into? Performance. All right, hold on tight. All right, I'm back now. As far as performance, you know, this is where people don't understand each other. This is where people get all weird and butthurt about What kind of performance are you talking? You talking about drag racing? Yeah, 7.3 will outrun a 5.9. You put 30 horse on a 7.3 and 30 horse on a 5.9, it'll outrun it on a drag race. Now, if you're talking about pulling power and just everyday power, hands down 5.9. It has that low end, has that mid. You know what 7.3 is? It has a decent mid and upper, and that's where the 5.9 falls on its face. In my experience, on the upper, like 2,500 and up, it's flatlined. It's probably flatlined even before 2,500. Just there's not much there. So as far as performance, it's a wash. It comes down to what you need, and that's what shines for you. I totaled 7.3. I got a Wicked Wheel, which I'm going to be throwing out. And I got DP Tuner 40 horse on there. And it tows fine. It tows just fine, but it's not as good as the Cummins. But then when, you got to pass someone, or like I was picking up my brother-in-law on the Civic, I walked him pretty easy with the 7.3. So whatever, you got that upper on a 7.3. So whatever's more important for one, that's what they'll favor. Then you have practicality. See, this is where the Ford shines. Their biggest cab is a, four-door cab, not like the Dodge. I call them 2.5ers. The back half doors are half doors. They're not full doors, Like the Ford is a crew cab, the Ford that I showed you. Where the Dodge doesn't offer that in a 99. So, yeah, it goes to Ford. If you need that room, if you need that extra weight, if you need that extra cab space. If I were hot shotting, it just depends what kind of hot shotting I would do. If I need the back to sleep in there, yeah, I'd probably favor the Ford. But whatever, there's a lot of ways to go about it. I'm just breaking it down for y'all. If you need that cab space, yeah, the Ford wins. But I also got to admit the Ford has better doors, and just the cab is more rigid, in my opinion. It's not so much as the cab as the doors. For some reason, the Dodge has flimsy doors. The back doors, the front doors, they're flimsy. My 99 wasn't a nightmare. I was a second owner on it. Halfway through the ownership, I pulled, I resprayed all this, and it was good. It was really good, and I was happy with it, but it is what it is. I'm not going to, sugarcoat things with a crap. So I had to readjust my door, readjust the back door, primer the bottom of the door here and there, and the rocker panel, and it was good. I made it work, and I'm happy with it. Nothing wrong with the Ford. Ford's more solid. But then Ford, has all them gaskets that rip off and fall, and then, like, your whole door jamb is packed with junk in the winter. But I guess that's maintenance issue. You got to change out them gaskets. Where the Dodge gaskets get tore, like right here, but that's about it, The Dodge rocker panel doesn't get fooled with. Not this one. I'm talking about my 99. Does not get, packed with dirt where the Ford would. So there's these little nitpicking things I can point out. I'll stick with the majors. We covered fuel efficiency. We've covered, should I say, the axis, the cab axis, and the cab integrity itself, which goes to the Ford. If you want to go all out, the biggest truck goes to the Ford. If you're talking about a regular cab, I say they're a wash. Yeah, the doors are a little bit flimsier on the Dodge, but if you don't have that back door, the half door where it grabs onto, Dodge door, ain't nothing wrong with it. So at that point, I'd say, Dodge is still in the lead, not on the cab, but on combined points. If you want to rate them that way. Now, as far as comfort levels, the way the truck rides, the way that comfortable as far as behind the wheel. The Dodge is quieter. That's about it. What I can say for the Dodge. Ford rides better. Rides smoother. I like the leaf springs. The leaf springs suck on handling. You're just like always floating down. You're saying shocks? Heck, dude, I got some nice Bilsteins on there. They're Bilsteins, whatever they're called. There's some nice shocks. So, like this, you're good. And then like this, you're just like floating. Sorry, guys, being creative with y'all. So, you go back and forth. But that Dodge cab's a lot quieter than the Ford. I don't know what about it, but that Ford just sucks. On the soundproofing issue. Now, next step. What's important to people is, this is a big one. This is a huge one. It should have been part of performance, but reliability. Reliability is such a big one. I don't know how people are so, when you're reading on the internet, people are always talking about, 5.9 being first and 7.3 being right behind it. Hell, dude, that 7.3 is far behind it. I mean, what fills the gap? I quite frankly don't know. So yeah, it's in second place, but it's not like right after. There's some bustlings. What I mean by that, Ford has a module, an IDM module in the fender. Ford has a lot more wiring. Ford has a lot more going on. You got that wiring within the injectors, the injector harnesses that go out. You got your glow plugs. I mean, just so much that go on. You're going to say injector harness. Well, what does Dodge have? What does Dodge have? Dodge has a VP44, the electrical part that goes out on it, okay? That's it. Okay, what's next? IDM module. Dodge doesn't have that. Ford's IDM goes out all the time. What else goes out? ECM. Dodge's ECM goes out, but far less than a Ford's does. It's bustlings. I would say the 5.9 Cummins is bustlings more reliable than 7.3, and the comment section is going to get all grenaded saying, oh, the 7.3 XYZ. Great. It's wonderful. It's a solid platform, but it's not even close to the 5.9. It's like, when in the tired world, everyone wants to measure up to Michelin. Why? Because everybody knows Michelin is the best, but they throw claims out. Oh, we're just as good as Michelin. We're even better than Michelin. Well, what the frick are you bringing up Michelin for if you're better than them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, people indirectly, unconsciously, they're already admitting something's better. So 5.9 is freaking bustlings, more reliable than 7.3. And little things I've mentioned, those injectors. I mean, shoot, the injectors themselves are a lot more reliable. Then you got the harnesses. Then you got the glow plug relays that always go out. I think I've been through 4 of them, and I've only owned that truck for 2.5 years or something like that. It's ridiculous. My 7.3. My 99, guys, I bought that thing with roughly 300, and I sold it 450-ish. What have I done on it? A 99 with 300,000. Okay, fair game. I bought my Ford with 300,000. What have I done on my 99? Let me tell you what I've done on my 99. Rebuilt the front end once and put in a stock clutch. That is it. Reliability, something that put me out. The fact that, I rattle canned, primer this is all personal. Nothing was falling apart. It was just cosmetic and I liked it. Nice. That's it. Now ask me what I did on my Ford. I'll tell you, there's way too much. There's way too much, guys. Wake up, reality. Let reality hit you. And quit this whole cheesiness bias stuff. I'm giving you facts. I'm putting the bottom line down. I bought a Ford at 300. I bought a Dodge at 300. Both are 99s. Both were 6-speed manuals. By the way, my 99 Dodge 6-speed manual went out, I think, at 420. And it was the original one. My Fords went out, I think it was 340, 350-ish, give or take. That's what I want to say. But anyways, do you guys get it? Like, this is all fun and games. But once your life depends on it, you start looking at it at a different angle. Once you got to put on those miles, and once you're out in the boonies, that if you break or you don't break down, no one's going to hear from you. No one's going to find you until you start hitchhiking X amount of miles before someone can find you. Then you start thinking. Then you start being realistic. Because it ain't no joke, You go out there in the boonies, just you and your truck, you start taking good care of your truck. Because if that thing shuts down and does not want to restart, you ain't going anywhere. Besides, with your own little 2 feet. So yeah. That's the reality. Once reality settles, people settle down, start thinking very clearly. Let me tell you that. So that's the short gist of it. I could start picking on things, but that should speak loudly to you guys that I've had a 99 Dodge. I still have a 99 Ford, both at 300,000. One sold, and I regret selling it. One hasn't been sold yet. One, I started with my Dodge at $5,250. I've paid $5,250 for it. Okay. Front end rebuilt was $700. It was my labor. And a clutch was $300. Napa stock clutch. Okay? You guys getting the drift here? $6,250. Well, I did rebuild the tranny. on it. That's it, guys. Okay? Easy math. Very simple. Now, you're really going to challenge me if you want to ask me what I did to the Ford. I mean, there's just way too much done to the Ford. And guess what? It's still not at the mileage that my Dodge was sold at. Pathetic, right? Now let that sink in, and you fanboys get out of it and, realize that the 7.3 is just not there. It's a great engine. It's an awesome engine, but there's just way too many but ifs. But if. So yeah, that's the short gist of it. Tell you what, I'm done drilling somebody. I don't know who I'm drilling. Just trying to help you guys, man. That's the bottom line of all this. I'm trying to help you guys and keep you out of trouble. You're going to say, Paul, you're such a Dodge guy. Why'd you end up with the Ford? I'll tell you why. I found that Ford from my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law always brought up his 7.3 as an example, this and that, this and that. And I brought it, and I'm like, dude, you should buy this truck. It's clean, XYZ. Nah. I'm like, yo, what's going on? You're a Ford guy. Quit cheesing out. He's like, no, I'm good. I don't have the funds right now. I'm like, heck with it. I'm about to do a project, and I want to take the Ford. By the way, this is the white pipe I always talk to you guys about. It craps out. You can see it starting to squirt a little coolant. I'm getting it replaced. So he didn't go with the Ford. Well, guess who did? I did. I bought that 7.3 and started a project with it. Boy, was that a mistake. Simply put, that Ford is sitting at 25 grand, guys. 25 grand. Different engine in it. Anyways, there's that little beauty of mine, quote unquote. Am I butthurt about it? No. Pay the price to play, I guess. But I'm just trying to help you boys out there and put it in reality spectrum for you. So yeah. Oh, I didn't mention one thing. The Ford does have a superior front end to the Dodge. I don't know if I did or didn't, but I gotta make sure I say it. Ford has a much better front end than Dodge. The suspension on the front end of the Ford is much superb than the Dodge's. Simply, I said it. But other than that, I can't think of much reasons you'd want to go Ford versus Dodge. I mean, I own one Ford, okay? And look, I even got a darn Ford parts truck. How many Dodges do I own? Still don't have a parts truck. Should probably get one, but it never became a burning issue that all of a sudden I got to go find me a parts truck because I'm blowing things left and right. Let that be a testament to all you, and may the Lord bless you. And as always, have a mighty fine day. Bye.